It is Friday, so guess what that means? TNT time. Today's chat was sparked by something that happened a few months ago, but it's always a relevant conversation, unfortunately. So just before Christmas, musician Lizzo shared on Instagram that she'd done a 10-day smoothie cleanse. Immediately, she faced an onslaught of backlash and outrage that she had succumbed to the pressures of diet culture. Afterwards, Lizzo pointed out that, quote, as a big girl, people just expect if you were doing something for health, you're doing it for a dramatic weight loss. She said in reality, she was doing it to feel better after eating too much spicy food and drinking a lot of alcohol the month before. She has faced similar backlash when she shares her fitness routines, despite clarifying that her goals are not about weight loss. And so we were gonna, I kind of remember vaguely we were gonna talk about this at the end of last year, and then we were sort of like, it's been done, it's been talked about. I'm happy we're talking about it now, though, because, as I mentioned, it's a conversation that never goes away. Sonia Renee Taylor is a poet, author, just life guru, incredible presence on Instagram, and she delved into the Lizzo conversation. I think the first thing we all need to think about is that Lizzo actually owes us nothing. This is Lizzo's body. She can do whatever she wants to do with her body. She doesn't owe anyone an explanation. She can do a juice cleanse. She can work out. She can do whatever she wants because it is her body and she has agency over that. I agree with that 100%. A lot of the women that came down hard on her were her fans. A lot of them were white women, and a lot of them, I think, were expecting Lizzo to be sort of this black spiritual body positivity guru. And I think it's really difficult when we start holding Lizzo to a standard that we can't even meet. And then when she fails at that standard, we're mad at her. It is not her responsibility to change our outlook on our bodies. Lizzo can't do that all by herself. So there are so many structures that we're working under in society that are so entrenched, and they are structures that tell us every day that we need to be thinner, we need to be smaller, we need to disappear. And women have been dealing with this for generations. There is a very big diet culture situation happening that we're all up against. And do I love hearing that Lizzo wanted to do a juice cleanse? No. Am I confused? Absolutely not. We are all in this crazy system together, and we're all trying to fight these images that we get told every day that we should not like ourselves. And so I think everyone needs to sort of back off of Lizzo and think a little bit about the structures that we're living in and understand that it is almost a herculean effort to be in this society and not be affected by any of that. So T, I'll let you take it over.
Well, Tracy, I remember a while ago, this is probably about 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, me and you have had a conversation in the makeup room about this, saying if Lizzo or Adele were to lose weight, I go, they're going to get a lot of heat because this is okay. I'm going to try and explain it from the other side now. I understand why people get so upset, although I don't agree with it. I understand they relate to these people, right? So we have an audience where, so we have an industry where we're so starved to see somebody who looks like us, right? So when we finally do, we hold these people up, we hoist them up, and we make them our messiah, right? So it's like, and then someone like a Lizzo, particularly, because Adele never really overly talked about her weight, but someone like Lizzo comes out of the gate with, I'm big, I'm proud, I'm all of that. So when you start to talk about dieting and cleansing and things like that, it makes people feel like they've betrayed, you know? So they feel like, I was following this person, I loved this person, I finally found somebody who gets it and it's beautiful and successful and doing what I'm doing, and then it feels like a betrayal when they suddenly turn around and be like, everybody everybody else in Hollywood, you feel left behind. You suddenly feel like Lizzo's telling you you're not good enough.
Yeah.
You're not pretty. People internalize it. So I think that's why people have such a strong reaction. But on the other hand, I don't think it's fair to do that to someone like Adele or a Lizzo. You also don't know what they've been told by their doctors. It might not be about getting into a smaller jean size. Someone might have been told you might be close to having diabetes. You don't know what they've been told and why they're like, I have to start cleaning up my diet. It's not always about how you look. So I think people should calm down when they start to see people working out. And for me, example, you're going to see a little bit more of me talking about just getting up and being active. I'm not necessarily trying to lose weight. I just feel since the pandemic, my body is literally atrophying. Like, I feel so out of shape. I feel like when I go up a flight of stairs, I feel 90 years old, right? So it's like, for me, that is why I feel like I'm like, woo, I gotta take a break. And like, that's not healthy. So for me, that's why I'm gonna get up more and move. It's not about trying to be smaller. So I understand why people get mad and why they feel betrayed, but it's not fair to put that on people that they have to maintain this weight and maintain this in order to make you feel better about yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. They're projecting what they feel about themselves onto other people.
Absolutely. And so the bottom line is leave Lizzo alone. And yeah,
leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
And leave Adele alone. Leave Adele alone too. Like, leave them all alone. Like, it's not their responsibility to make you feel better. Even if that's what they do, it's not their responsibility. You have to do that within yourself.
That's right. Okay. Thank you, T. Love these conversations.